And the National Weather Service has just issued a
seas
We'll have a very rough night ahead for all of us.
Landfall for Hurricane Hugo will probably
and
be
with the
sometime
ripping
after
winds came
midnight.
Hugo's first destruction.
Much of the fury of this
storm to
hurricane.
hit our beaches in 35 years.
And this is a state lesson, but making sure that our evacuation plans are executed at the right time and not too late.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tom Fowler. Yesterday, Governor Carroll Campbell toured the coast of South Carolina aboard an Apache helicopter of the South Carolina National Guard. With him, Alan Sharp of South Carolina ETV shot the pool camera for television and recorded that tour.
Area. Pritchard's Island, we're up on Fripp Island now. It's fairly few seconds and going, we're still coming down the river. We're going to see as we move farther up the coast. Impact them. We come into some major damage here. A landmark out here is the Atlantic House.
This aerial view can just show us an overview. There's nothing of the... We're coming up King Street. There's Sullivan's Island.
And we're zeroing in, I believe, now on the Ben Sawyer Bridge, which connects Mount Pleasant with Sullivan.
Although in just this one pass to get all the material we have.
And what the storm did to especially hole 17 and hole 18.
The island again, as they're doing in this case, you're seeing it just as the helicopter did yesterday. So they're taking you around one more time. And we're back on Sullivan's Island.
I was a platoon leader in Charlie Company, Walterboro. During Hugo, we were transported down to Charleston, and I went over to Sullivan's Island and stayed at Sullivan's Island with about 25 troops for about 21 days, and we provided security for the island.
Well, I mean, we were securing the area and allowing people, that were valid with passes in and out, and people, turning away people who weren't, or just trying to get in the way of the people who were working.
I do know that the police officer who carried me to and from these various locations to catch the helicopter and to move me from one site to another when they changed locations and so on. I do know that they were announcing quite a bit of looting at shopping centers and things like that, but I understand the National Guard is taking care of that.
We got here this morning at 8 o'clock and the police have been out since 5. And I heard Chief Greenberg himself was staying at this corner waiting for his men to get here. So they've got King Street very secure. National Guard's here now. We're not worried. We just want to get our building boarded up before the nightfall.
Yeah. As far as deployed, they were, as far up and down the coast as you can probably get, and the jobs were endless. Everything from communications, putting things back up, to just guarding the beach.
Senior leaders down in the Charleston area made a decision to ask the active component out of Fort Stewart for a float bridge so that we could start moving people back to the island, Sullivan's Island and John's Island maybe, or something like that. Our engineers, in support of the bridge company that came up from Fort Stewart, we had to build a ramp basically for them to launch the bridge from and to maintain the bridge and that sort of thing. And so we did a lot of hauling dirt in and gravel and that sort of thing, and to build this ramp. So a lot of good work that went in there, and we were able to get the bridge erected or put together basically. And then the mayor had some town halls, and the people that were so concerned about their houses on the islands were able to be transported across on this float bridge and ferried back and forth. And so there was a good bit of engineer support that went into the whole ferrying operation for it to be ongoing. Now that was daylight hours only. They wouldn't let people on the islands at night. They basically tracked or accounted for people going onto the island and then coming off to. So there wouldn't be any additional damage or any looting or anything along those lines.